last Wednesday, not a lot of people were in the class, and I think a lot of people are still, even who were in the class, are still confused about how to create a backlog and everything. So I'll do a demo. The assignment due date is extended to Wednesday only for our section because I just said so. So submit all those assignments by Wednesday, 11:59 p.m. Now, this is the first screen you're going to see when you create a gyrospace or a gyro board. Go and click the backlog that's right next to the board. And then here, for our assignment, you need 5 to 8 epics, 30 to 40 user stories, with each one of them having 2 to 3 acceptance criteria. To create an epic, you go to the blue create button over here. Click. You choose the work type as epic and write the first epic. Test epic 1 and write some details for it. Epic 1 for iteration 1. You don't need to think about anything underneath yet, and you create. Now once you create an epic, you will see a notification showing up on the left corner, bottom corner, saying that you have successfully created an epic. Now create a user story. You have to push this button. Go over here, click story, and then write test story 1. Now, we need to bind this to our epic. So if you hover your mouse on top of it, you will see plus epic button. This is how you assign a user story to a epic. Now to create a feature, you click this, and then this feature is acceptance criteria. And normally, one epic will have 3 to 4 stories, so you can't bind them to the epic, but what you can do over here is actually go all the way down. Actually, no. Uh, yeah, there is a complicated way of making this as a parent, I mean as a child of a story, but since that is so complicated, just bind them to the epic so that the same user story and the same acceptance criteria will share the same epic. Now you might question, there are 3 to 4 user stories, and there will be each individual one of them will have multiple story acceptance criteria. Then how are we supposed to divide them and such? Just put the user story name next to the acceptance criteria like I've did, so when I grade I can see that it has been following, or for example, how many acceptance criteria for how many user stories. So this is the standard way of writing, and once I click it, you can just, add a description over here, and then say hi to students when I see them, so that I can read the acceptance criteria. Same thing for user story too. User wants to say hi when they see the students. Save. Now, same thing for user stories. You also can go around and then put the epics some words, but realistically, I'm not gonna click them, or I can if you guys want me to, but I'll just check these two and see if they're following the same epic. So you don't really need to go that detailed. Again, I'm very sorry for the confusion. It it is our first time using a gyro board too, and I hope we could still stick to using Azure boards, but since the whole entire instruction team has changed, we can't. Well, thank you so much for watching this video, and submit your assignments by 11:59 September 18th. Bye.